All right, so my transition from athlete to real estate investor was not even fueled by anything other than the same thing that's fueling all of you to quit your job. Ironically, when I stopped playing basketball professionally, I knew that I wanted to do something in the entrepreneur space. I just didn't know that it was real estate necessarily. So real estate actually came second to the first business that I started, which was a youth basketball organization. At the time, all I knew was basketball. I had an entrepreneurial desire in mind, but I didn't have like something that I could sell or something that I could create of value. So what better to do than to leverage my resume and my playing career, as well as my ability to articulate and communicate how to play and how to get better at basketball, than to start a youth basketball organization with camps, clinics, private training, after school programs, etc. I learned through experience for 5 years of running this business. I started to realize that there was a cap or a ceiling to what I could do with this business as it stood. Ultimately, the reason why I wanted entrepreneurship was a lot of time freedom and a lot of financial freedom, aka a lot of money. So I took that experience from those 5 years and I decided to apply it to real estate. Now, mind you, I applied it to real estate for like 2 years with no success. I was learning a lot, but I was getting zero traction. It wasn't until a neighbor of mine decided to sell their house by owner, which from all my education in the space, I knew that that was an opportunity to make some money. So eventually what I did was I approached them as they were cleaning out the house and getting it ready for sale. And I said, hey, what are you trying to sell this for? What's your motivation? Blah, blah, blah. All the buzzwords that I'm still clients today to use to get property under contract off market. So obviously, you know the rest. I was able to get this property under contract $20,000 less than I knew someone would be willing to pay for it. And ultimately like $150,000 less than what I knew they could get for it if they fixed it up. So this was my first attempt at a wholesale deal. And as you can imagine, I hit it out the park and ended up making $20,000 on this deal. Now, I've told this story plenty of times. Ironically, I ended up not making 20. The deal kind of got botched at closing because I did the contract incorrectly, but I ended up taking $15,000 in installments from the person that I was selling it to in exchange for them mentoring and coaching me. So that's a story for another day, but that is the first deal that I did that took me from being an aspiring real estate investor to a real estate investor that made $15,000, no money out of pocket, no experience, no credit, no. Now, it wasn't until like 5 or 6 deals from there that I completely stopped doing basketball training. But after that deal, I knew that I was not going to be trying to play professional basketball anymore. I knew that if I could make $15,000 that easy, all I had to do was scale that and I would be able to predictably and consistently make checks that big. Now, if this sounds like you're looking to quit your job, you don't like what you're doing now, and you want to be able to make big checks in real estate, but you just don't know how or don't know where to start, I'd love to help you on this journey. I promise you it's not hard, but it does take hard work. So if you're down for a little bit of hard work, DM me the word wholesale and I'm going to send you the exact formula of how I found my first deal and was able to make 5 figures in profit with no money out of pocket.